Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now, the IPRA's mission is to advance research into the conditions of peace and the causes of war and other forms of violence. IPRA engages in global cooperation for the advancement of peace research. And this morning, we have some representatives from the Atatiki Museum to tell us more about a conference that's taking place at the Hilton Hotel that started yesterday but is going to continue into the weekend. And so joining us this morning, we have the Education Coordinator, Abena Robinson, and Museum Educator Vandall from the Atatiki Museum. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
How are you enjoying Trinidad so far, Vandall?
Oh, it's wonderful. Beautiful here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm staying here.
I'll hold you to that, huh?
Yes.
All right, Noble. I mean, you have been visiting from afar. Tell us where you're coming from and, of course, the purpose of your visit.
We're coming from the Big Cypress Seminole Reservation in Florida. The Atatiki Museum is the place where we work at. The Atatiki Museum is the Seminole Tribe of Florida History and Culture Museum.
Right.
The meaning of it is a place to learn, a place to remember.
Interesting. Okay. And so the conference, what sort of things we can see happening at the conference this weekend?
Many things, many aspects of the different cultures when it comes to the peace, progress of peace, and very important issues and a lot of presentations that are geared towards peace and what we can do to make this world a better place. And more peace is what this world needs.
Yeah. Now, as Vandall said, Abena, it's going to be a lot of presentations. Yours was actually selected for this conference. Tell us about your presentation.
Well, we had this wonderful presentation, and actually Van and Cypress, they will be presenting the true Seminole narrative. And their presentation is going to be on Friday, and then my workshop is going to be on Seminole-based inspired books. So we're so happy to bring the true Seminole narrative here to Trinidad and to the Peace Conference. It's our first time at the Peace Conference, and we're so glad that it's entwined with peace talks from all over the world, 400 people, and UN delegates all promoting peace. And our small part is talking about the Seminole tribe.
Well, let's touch on that a bit. What exactly is that Seminole narrative that you mentioned?
The true Seminole narrative, basically dispelling misrepresentations that have been brought about for years, at least 200 years. People have been telling stories that are not necessarily true and don't represent the Seminole tribe. Mm-hmm. So we have tribal members that are actually speaking about the true Seminole narrative.
Yeah. How important do you think is this visit, particularly as we're commemorating World Museum Day today?
Well, it's very important because, first of all, Museum Day today, we're bringing the Seminole tribe to the forefront, and we're also bringing it in an international platform. So that's truly a blessing. And for us as believers, we believe that no matter what, he's in control.
Who's the he? Can't let you that one slip at all, Abena. Who's the he?
God is in control.
God is in control.
Yes,
yeah.
And I believe that this peace can be attained through our faith as well in God.
Yeah. And Abena, so then how do you partner or serve the Seminole tribe?
Well, I'm a museum educator. I've been a teacher for 23 years, but I'm an educator and also education coordinator. I work with a team of fabulous museum educators that all bring the Seminole tribe the narrative every day. On a daily basis, they tell the Seminole story. Mm-hmm. And then I work with tribal schools. We want to help and promote and edify the tribal child first, the Seminole child first, and then every child, success for all.
Vandall, I'm coming back to you because if there's one takeaway you want attendees to have after this conference, what will that be?
Just a more knowledge and education as to the different cultures that are represented throughout this conference. I believe that, including with the Seminole culture and all cultures the world over, we all can work together for the process of peace. Yeah. And the focus of my presentation, and Cypress, of course, Cypress Billy, who will be the co-presenter, is on, there are many aspects of Native American music, Native American culture that we can focus on, but our main focus will be on the music and how music transcends and how music is universal among the cultures, and but particularly with Native cultures and Seminole culture. There is it educates us. The Native music there's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to Native music, and Cypress will focus on the Seminole music and culture, and I'll focus on the First Nations, which is part of what I am, is First Nations Choctaw, and the Seminole music and how it comforts us, brings us peace, and how music, working together, all cultures, we can promote peace throughout the world. So the songs are very important to our peoples, and matter of fact, I have a couple example here if we have a little time for it.
Yes, because I'm glad that you touched on music, because I'm seeing this instrument in your hand, and I'm very curious as to what this is.
Yes, this is a native flute. It's actually, I play it, and I play different types of wood. So this is actually one that I bought in Florida. Very, very nice native flute. I want to play for just a small, and then I want to sing a little interlude there. John, hey, Kathy's hallelujah, hallelujah, hey, Kathy's hallelujah, miko sapakis, hey, manapokis, Hallelujah, miko sapakis, halmanapokis, hallelujah. And that's an example there of what my part of the presentation will be singing, and of course the music. So a little bit more of that.
When would you hear that type of song? Is it similar to a worship song? Am I right in thinking about that? Because I hear the hallelujah and that sort of reverence coming out from it.
Yeah, the native hymns will come out of the many years, thousands of years. They've been singing a lot of these native hymns. In fact, there was a time of adversity that the Trail of Tears. And during the time of the 1800s, 1830s, when they were going through oppressions and whatnot, the people would sing hymns just like I just got through singing. And the literal translation is, hallelujah, I am singing. It is a worship hymn. During the Trail of Tears, they didn't know where they were going. So the translation was that we don't know where we're going, but when we get there, we know that the Creator will be there. So, and He is in all places. And also, there are many verses that go along with it.
Yes, of course.
Some will say ministers will be there. One verse says, sons will be there, daughters will be there, grandparents will be there, women will be there, men will be there. So there's many different verses to it. And thank goodness I didn't sing all of them today.
I think we'll be here whole morning or whole day.
Yes, ma'am.
But let me just come to Abena quickly. Just tell us when the conference is taking place and where we can get any more information.
So the conference is taking place, well, it took place since yesterday, and it will be ending on the 21st. And you basically could go to the website, IPRA.org, for more information. And they still have online registration as well as in-person registration.
Great.
So we're so happy to be here. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Abena, thank you for reaching out to us. Let me also thank Vandall as well, and I'm sending a thank you as well to Cypress, who I know is coming in this evening, and all the best with the conference until the 21st. And thank you so much for that beautiful hymn. I think you really kind of bring sort of an energy to this set, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome.
And we are sending thanks to Abena and of course Vandall from the Key Museum. Of course, we're also commemorating World Museum Day, which is taking place today. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Stay with us.